Welcome to our Builder Innovator Summit Presenter Spotlights. In this series, we're highlighting the presenters confirmed for our upcoming event in Orlando, giving you a glimpse of what to expect and the industry leaders that you can hear from at our event. Today, we're excited to introduce Patrick Crowley, the VP of Sales and Marketing at EPIX Interiors. Patrick, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. To start off, can you briefly introduce yourself and your role within EPIX Interiors?
Yes, I can. My name is Pat Crowley, and I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing with EPIX Interiors. We have been in the flooring, cabinet, countertop, and design center services business here in the Valley for about 25 years. Our organization, EPIX Interiors, is newly founded within the last 18 months, a partnership of us who have been different entities throughout this 25-year pathway.
Sounds good. What would you say sets EPIX apart from everyone else in the industry?
We think as a home builder would think when it comes to customer experience with the options. We come from the contracting side of the business, but we really understand that intellectual intelligence associated with installation is only a portion of the value of our services. It's the fact that we need to integrate it into home building and the home building process and truly understand the things that enhance a customer experience when it comes to making a complete home purchase.
That makes sense. I mean, the customer experience, that's definitely that's the leading factor in most of our, to get the buyers to actually end up in purchasing decisions. So that I definitely understand that. Are there any
Absolutely.
trends that you're seeing specifically in finishes and personalization that are reshaping how builders and developers are approaching their projects?
Yes, a trend that we are noticing is home building with the affordability challenges that we have in home building nationwide right now. Trust is important. So to fit into the trust equation, we need to increase the speed at which we are able to communicate, which is through intuitive communication where buyers understand truly the design applications that they want, but within a cost framework that makes sense for them to attack the affordability challenges. But then we've also got to reduce cost. How do we do it in a reduced cost environment? And a lot of that is done through the transparency and the metrics of trust. And instead of making trust a tax in the equation, but more of an enhancement in the equation. Of speed and cost.
It's interesting that you brought up cost and trust as potential roadblocks when it comes to builders. From your perspective, what would you say is the biggest opportunity or the biggest threat in the home building industry right now?
Within my sphere, within my scope, the biggest opportunity is to communicate with competitive transparency so that we are trusted. In the flooring space, we have a very complex cost structure with base standards priced in a base home, but then we have upgrades. So how we unbundle the upgrade versus the base and how we make that very natural and understanding and allow the home buyer opportunity to shop what we are doing and know that we are trustworthy and that our approach is one of honesty, integrity, and value. That opportunity, we've been working on it for 30, 40 years in the home building industry, but it still can evolve within our home building ERP structures and help us build them faster as well.
Makes sense. So at our event, Builder Innovator Summits, specifically at the one coming up in Orlando, our keynote will be focusing on the future of home building past 2025, 5 years from now, 2030, or even 10 years from now, 2035. What do you think will be some of the trends that are emerging within the next 5 to 10 years? You know, we have AI that's up and coming and rising, and a lot is going on in that sphere. Does that are you using AI at EPIX in any way, or are there any other trends that you are looking to, or that other builders should be keeping their eye on?
Well, AI will be leading the way when it comes to new technologies that impact our industry. And where I see the value with AI is as I go back to the complex structure of base pricing versus pricing versus home builder structural options versus design center options. There has to be an intuitive way to unbundle all of that pricing complexity. And they've done it in the pharmaceuticals industry, and not that home building and pharmaceuticals are parallel, but going back to that equation of trust being an increase in speed and a reduction in price, AI can help us achieve that trust equation of an increase in speed and a reduction in cost.
That's interesting. You put AI and trust in the same sentence.
What's
I know a
that?
lot of people are leery, especially just with all the things that AI can do, as far as it's just rapidly developing, and it's kind of hard to keep up with as many things as it can do. But it is a good point that you brought up. And
Well,
so,
and Charnice, I believe that the trust word with AI is even more important. We all understand that the technology is available, that it's there. We all have a low level understanding of what it is that AI actually can do,
right.
how it actually can be used.
Yeah.
To integrate AI into home building in a trustworthy manner from the beginning really makes sense. The options structure and the options complexity process, where we make house a home and we make home buyers' dreams come true with their style and design, that is a wonderful place to start the AI integration within home building.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Well, Patrick, thank you so much for sharing your insights and giving us a closer look at you and your background, and also your work at EPIX Interiors and the value that you bring to our industry. We're looking forward to hear more from you at the Builder Innovator Summit in Orlando in April. So, for our audience, stay tuned for more presenter spotlights as we continue to highlight the incredible expertise and innovation that you'll experience at our upcoming event.